Okay, let's see, 528. I'm going to try to do this in 30 minutes. This is the BB section of next step slash blueprint test 4. So, um, so, okay. First of all, this question over here, um, all we need to know is that it affects cytochrome C oxidase, which is just basically part of the electron transport chain. So if it basically prevents electron transfer from happening, you're going to get reduced intracellular ATP. You're going to get most likely death of the cell because, it's not going to be able to produce any energy. However, increased oxygen demand, that's at the end of, the ETC, but there's no problem with there being enough oxygen. The problem is that cytochrome C oxidase isn't passing electrons on to the oxygen. So this will be 2 and 3, Roman numerals 2 and 3. This one here, oxygen consumption and intracellular NADH levels in BPCML cells, these guys, after exposure to perivinium. So this is basically a drug that, so forget that stuff, but basically it F's up cancer cells when there isn't enough glucose. Okay? So the mechanisms aren't completely known. We know that in colon cancer, it disrupts intracellular signaling pathways by allosterically activating this protein over here. But we don't know how it works with BPCML. That's what we are going to try to figure out. So they're saying that oxygen consumption and okay, so alright, so this is where they did, they did experiments. So here basically to see like how perivium works with BPCML. So this is without the CK1 alpha, and it didn't do anything. So 2 is to see where it goes, the perivium goes, and it goes to the mitochondria. So likely it's going to be doing some something that is happening basically in mitochondrial respiration. Here they're saying that without the mitochondrial DNA, they're less sensitive to perivium, the normal the cells like this. So basically, without the mitochondrial DNA, basically it seems like perivium goes inside of the mitochondria and binds to the mitochondrial DNA. And once you take out the mitochondrial DNA, it's not going to be really doing that. So it's going to be less sensitive to that. So as for NADH levels, it doesn't really seem to really matter here. Decrease and increase in O2 consumption. So yeah, with these, just separate, how these both say NADH levels, the same thing with decrease in NADH levels, different things in O2. So you have to, so basically I don't see anything involving NADH here. So I don't think that would really matter as much. Okay, well, first of all, it's definitely going to be a decrease in O2 consumption. And as for NADH, decrease in O2, so NADH basically, is an electron transporter, I believe. So, okay. Alright, it's definitely going to be a decrease in O2 consumption because we're blasting apart the mitochondrial respiration. And as for increase and decrease in NADH, well, okay, yeah, NADH as it goes forward, I suppose, I'm trying to remember, NADH is the reduced form, which means that it gains the electron and it gives it to the O2. So I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. All right, now this one. Decouple the proton gradient across the inner mitochondrial membrane would. That's just, the hydrogen pump and stuff like that. And we have dramatically increase ATP. Definitely not. Dramatically reduce ATP. This is all in relation to perivinium. I'm going to say not have a strong effect, really. I mean, because, the idea is for this to just mess up the mitochondria. Or mitochondrial respiration, at least. Alright. Observation that this is more effective than... that it's more effective against this than that. Okay. So, this is like, just saying if this was true, right? So this is saying they rely more on this, which is kind of the opposite of what we're looking for, because perivinium basically just messes up mitochondrial respiration. So if this colon cancer relies more on it, it should be, more effective against it. Rely less on glycolysis is saying the same thing as this. If it's not glycolysis, it's going to be, the aerobic respiration. Slower growing type, definitely not going to be it. Okay, and yeah, I mean, that's true. Wait, is it true? Okay. So, alright. Forget about this. It's supposed to go there. Whatever. That's a true statement. Doesn't answer a question. Well, colon cancers rely less on glycolysis for energy production. Oh, these are not saying the same thing. This is saying that many other cancers. We don't know that. All we know we can compare it to is this. So, even though the first part says the same thing, this is the right answer. Alright, now this crap, let's see. Hyperventilation basically means that you're just breathing more and more and more. Why it would, so yeah, you breathe it more and more and more, basically, which means you're getting, you're ventilating more, which means more CO2 is leaving, more, less of it's being inhaled. It's going to be the rate of, like, oh yeah, sorry. There's no CO2 inhalation. This is talking about hemoglobin in the blood. So basically, yeah. So decreased blood CO2 concentration, because you're getting the CO2 out of your blood, aka body, through exhalation at such a fast rate, it's faster than how quickly your body can make the CO2. Kind of running out of time. I want to finish this in 20 minutes, so let's see. This thing shifts to the right, results in more oxygen. How that happens? I mean, okay. It's gonna be... Oh, okay. This is much closer than these two compared to the norm. So, okay. Shift to the right means that the total number... Okay. Your overall saturation is much lower. Shift to the right results in more oxygen delivered to tissue. Shift to the right. More of it delivered to tissue. Oh, wait, no. I have to compare it to 40. So, okay, so this seems to be evenly spaced apart, and then it gets closer here. Okay, so here, so let's just use this as a center point, right? Or a reference point. If we go push it to the right, it means that at the same O2 saturation, the partial pressure of O2 needs to be higher. And going to the left, opposite is true. I'm just going to go with this. Running out of time. Let's see. Bicarbonate, okay. Higher concentration of chloride, what the fuck? Okay. Chloride. Maybe it can bind to the bicarbonate. I'm going to say they're going to just... Why do red blood cells have a higher concentration? Oh. Oh, okay. It can be exchanged for chloride in the plasma. Okay. In the venous circulation, higher concentration of... In venous circulation, it's going back to... It's basically just going to have higher concentrations of CO2, so it's going to be C or D. And... Yeah, it makes bicarbonate, okay. And then... Oh, and bicarbonate's exchanged. So bicarbonate is produced once it leaves the red blood cell, which means that this would go into the red blood cell. So that's going to be that. Would not explain a patient who presents with a blood pH of 7. Hypoventilation, anaerobic respiration. This is going to be acidic. This is going to be, I believe, acidic as well. I forgot what that did. Underproduction of bicarbonate. It's gonna be... If there's not enough bicarbonate, that's a thing that neutralizes the CO2 that's in the blood. So it's gonna be this. I don't know what this is, but it's... Everything else is... Okay. Spinal cord injury. Man, this is a... Could be this. Yeah. Wait a sec. This is talking... The main point about this is in vivo. What the hell? Okay. Oh, they're talking about spinal cord injury. So it should be on injured nerve cells. Okay. I'm just gonna guess flag. Running out of time, 15 minutes. Guess flag. Whatever, guess flag. And figure 2, migration speed is higher for AA. So they should be slower and greater number in the blood vessels. Collagen, fibronectin, which thing is in the blood vessels? Collagen. Higher levels of dynin, that's like the thing inside of the cell, which is like, okay. Be less motil, maybe? Dynin, well, okay, so you know what? Fuck the dynin shit, so how about, okay, should have flagged that one, whatever. CR3, CR3, what the hell, where does it say that shit? Anti-CR3 antibodies. Jeez. Okay, well, if it's an anti-CR3 antibodies, it should be, this is an antibody, so that one, look at that. Okay. Replicate once. Oh, this is like semi-conservative. Okay. 2 more times. So that's 3 times. How can the DNA... Okay. What will be this? That's dispersive. This is... I'm going to go with that. Codominant, okay. I mean, they're all going to be heterozygous. Oh, you know what? Autosomal. It's not on sex chromosome, so 0. Okay, this is Sudoku type questions. So here, Tier 1, okay, Tier 2, and these guys, PG1, and Tier 3, okay, Tier 2, PG8, oh wait, what? Okay, so tier 3 is here, tier 2 is here, tier 2 is here, tier 2 is here. It's definitely going to be tier 2. Tier 3 is here, tier 2 is here. I can't say that for anything else. Going with that. Calcitonin tones down. It's either going to be this or this. Wait. This and this are the same thing. So it's going to do the opposite, which is that. VDREs, vitamin D responsive elements, upstream from genes. Okay, so they're... Okay, so aren't they promoters? Experimental findings. Oh yeah, okay. I know these. Complete lack of myelination. Alright, I'm just going to go to these. Skin. Titan's responsible for, wait, that's for cartilage though. Immediate myosin. Structural integrity of skin epithelial cells. Well, this is the same thing as myosin. It could be that. Whatever, I'll just go back to this. Oh, you know what? This is the bacteria. Wait. Can you even vaccinate? Least effect, you can't vaccinate against the bacteria, okay. Flag. Running out of time. Doxycycline works on, I'm pretty sure, on the cell wall, right? Doxycycline. Oh, 30. Oh, we don't have the 30S ribosome. I mean, this starts the contraction. Okay, alright, so these are glutamine. Phenylalanine, whatever, it'll be that. And anaerobic. These things happen in the Krebs cycle. Malate turns into, is from succinate. Wouldn't it increase that? What the fuck? Wait, no. Succinate. Fumarate. Citrate, isocitrate, fumarate, succinate. Well, succinate's from before, but if you have more malate, it should go forward into oxaloacetate, I think. Succinate, okay. Succinate has stuff happen faster. I mean, they're not going to have oxygen. Fluid filled is... Oh my god. Alright, I just have to guess for these. Mitochondrial myopathy. What the hell? Eternal line. 200, 400-ish, like 600, like 1,000, I don't know, something like that. Wait, coding region 3? 150, yeah, okay, whatever, that works out. I think I'm done. Damn it. Fuck this. 0. Shit. Nice.